Well, here in northern Illinois, waiting to pick up the load that gets me home for Thanksgiving, addressing some comments from subscribers about the big box in the back of my truck, Ultra One TA program, and more on this episode of
The Clutch Trucker Channel.
Clutch Trucker, filmed before a live and growling studio audience. Yep, that's Rusty, the world famous meatball dog. Rusty, there's nobody out there. You can't see very well. You're just seeing the cattails and stuff blowing the wind. Hey YouTube, Clutch Trucker here. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Clutch Trucker channel. Alright, what is tonight? Sunday the 20th. Here I am at the TA, well they call it, this is one thing TA always does why I think it's so weird. They call it TA Chicago North. It's a mile from Wisconsin. I mean, it's like literally not even that. It's right on the border. And it's Chicago North. Well, it's just like the TA Cheyenne. They call it the TA Cheyenne. It's in Burns, Wyoming. It's like 25 miles west or east. But, you know, they do that all the time. Anyway, so here I am. I'm parked directly across from the Eagle Truck Wash, which, needless to say, ain't too busy tonight. There you go, Eagle Truck Wash. There you go. You can see it over there sitting there. There's no trucks in behind it. No trucks coming out. There's obviously one car parked there, one guy working. I saw a truck go around. And then I think it just came right back out. Maybe they had to tell them it's too cold, we can't wash your truck. I don't know. But I'm showing this because if you do want to get a good truck wash, I think the Eagle Truck Wash, they do a better job than the Blue Beacon, and for about the same money, or actually sometimes even a little bit less. All right, so I pick up tomorrow at 1 p.m. This is going to be a tight run because it's about 1,030 miles, essentially. Picks up tomorrow at 1 p.m. Over in Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin, which is literally just 6 miles up the road from where I'm at. But not till 1 p.m. And it picks up at a refrigerated warehouse, which that's trouble. That's trouble with hair on it. So that means they're probably not going to load me very quickly. And it's delivering to a refrigerated warehouse in Denver area, in Henderson, Colorado. The Roma warehouse. I'm sure a lot of you have been there before. It's Roma, and it's something else too. I can't remember what the other name is. When I worked for Indian Creek Distress years ago, we used to pick up milk sometimes there, organic milk that we brought to the East Coast. And it was always hours. The place is a complete cluster mug. Trucks, I always said, you know, as my friend, Jim, who bought my last truck, always said whenever he was there, just sitting here watching the dog and pony show, you know, watching trucks, you know, damn near hitting each other, trying to get into these doors. And so I know that's not going to be too good a situation. And it delivers at 8 a.m. Wednesday morning. All right, so do the math. I'm picking up 1 p.m. You know it's probably going to take 3-4 hours to get loaded. So I'm not going to be loaded till 4 or 5 p.m. Monday, over 1,000 miles to deliver by Wednesday morning at 8. So, because I'm a planner, I always like to plan everything out. If I have to do a longer, tighter run like that, I would always like to run really hard and then take a nice long break. So that's the way I'm going to do it. I'm only 6 miles away, like I say, so I'll go pick up. And then once I get on the road, like I say, probably 4 or 5 p.m., I'm not going back down through Chicago like the GPS wanted me to go. No. I'm going to take, I think it's Highway 11 across, over to 43, down to, you know, back down to Beloit, Wisconsin. Shoot across that over to Dubuque, and then take that, I think it's 151, that angles down towards Cedar Rapids, Iowa. I'm going to run 30 across there, and then it angles down right into Altoona, the Des Moines area, to get me back down to 80. It's actually shorter on miles. GPS kept saying, well, it's going to take longer. Could be, because it's smaller highways and so forth, but I don't have to deal with freaking Chicago. What do you think? I mean, I drove up through Chicago tonight, but it was Sunday night. It was only been so bad. And amazingly, I didn't catch any ass clowns on the dash cam. There, you know, I got cut off a few times, because you're always going to get cut off in the Chicago area. The one thing about the Chicago area is all you need to know is all the drivers are aggressive as hell, and you need to know that. No one's going to let you in. They're all going to cut in front of you. They're going to slam on their brakes in front of you. You just know that and be prepared. That's the motto of the Boy Scouts, be prepared. Something like that. But I would really rather not deal with the Chicago area again and pay the tolls on a Monday afternoon during rush hour. What do you think? Okay, so back to what I was talking about as far as planning the whole thing. So what I'm going to try to do is make it all the way out to like Cozad, Nebraska, where there's a little Casey's, little Casey's convenience store that they're all over like Iowa, Nebraska area. They make great pizza, by the way, and they make it all in-house. They make their dough in-house. That's what makes it so good. Anyway, there's a little one. They rebuilt it about 2 years ago. It's got about 15 or so truck spots. Well, I'll be showing up there probably like 4 or 5 o'clock, between 4 to 6 a.m. probably on Tuesday morning. So I should be able to get a spot when other people are leaving. Great little place to park. And then that way I'll just do a big long break and I'll leave at like 2 a.m. on Wednesday morning and just scoot on into the Denver area, because I don't have to have a full clock after I deliver. After all, remember, I'm going home for Thanksgiving, so this is the load to get me home. So I just have to have enough time to make it there and then make it home. It's going to be about 4.5 hours from Cozad, Nebraska in, so I'll leave, like I say, early in the morning. My appointment's 8 a.m. And then, I know that's going to take hours. Fine. And then just shoot on up to the house, and then we'll get all set for the turkey and the gravy and the potatoes. My wife buys these, I think they're called the gold potatoes. They're these special potatoes. And they're more buttery flavored. They make a wonderful mashed potato, baby. And of course, then I always take the extras back out on the road with me. Yeah! That's the one thing I always love about Thanksgiving, is I always take a whole bunch of the extra, and usually we get a turkey, and sometimes we also get a honey-baked ham turkey thing. So I'll take a lot of that turkey with me, I'll take the mashed potatoes with me, and making those turkey sandwiches out of that honey-baked ham turkey, well, that's a beautiful thing. And then I have some mashed potatoes and gravy with it. Oh yeah, makes Clutch a happy driver. Alright, since there's no really main subject for on this video, I thought I'd address a few things. A couple of people did put in the comments on my last video where my hair was combed back more. When I spray my hair down and then comb it in the morning, it goes back more. Then it tends to kind of fall, and that's where it ends up. And they say, oh, you look so much more handsome that way. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. That's where it goes, and then it falls. Finally got a shower today at the K&H Truck Plaza down there in, where was it, like Wilford, something, Illinois, I don't know. $10, because I didn't have any Ultra credits. We'll talk about that here in just a minute. So I knew I'd have to use either my points or pay cash at a TA or Petro, and the next closest TA or Petro was the one in Monee, Illinois, and I knew late in the afternoon they weren't going to have, parking would be scarce, and then I'd have to pay, and yada, yada, yada. So found this little Ma and Pa K&H Truck Plaza off I-57 and paid the big $10 for my shower, and actually it was a pretty nice shower, so worth the $10. It had been days. Boy, did I need it. If I hadn't got a shower, someone was getting hurt. Okay, so address that. Also, I know somebody put in the comments, they said hey, I passed you on I-44 in Missouri the other day. That's when I was heading up towards Illinois with that hazmat load. They said, oh, what's that big silver box you got off the back of your cab? Well, obviously they're newer to the channel. Those of you who have been around a long time, that's my whole remodel thing. So if you look up here behind me, I've got my CT clutch trucker against basically what is my headboard, or that bottom part, the gray part. There is, I'm trying to point towards it. Look in the thing. That's holding my mattress in, and then that little gray board going across, that's kind of my headboard up there for my bed. It's a full-size bed up there. I've got a Tuft and Needle mint mattress. That's the best one, in my opinion. It's one of those bed-in-a-box things you can get, order online. But I really like it because it's not memory foam. I am not a fan of memory foam. Memory foam, I always feel like I'm sunk in like concrete, and I'm trying to climb out. I really like this one. All right, I had it in my truck for a long time. I had the Twin XL, which used to be down here before my remodel. And now I got the full size up there. So that's what's sticking out the back. That's so I can have the bed stick out, and I still have room here where I can stand. And I then converted the whole bottom area here to hold my fridge, my freezer, sink, toilet, and all that good stuff. So, just a quick recap, if you're newer to the channel, see, here's where my bed used to be. What is now my clutch trucker couch. That cushion I always take out when I need to access the fridge and freezer, like when I'm parked. But then that is also a cushion there. And of course, then I have my sink. I use it as a holder for things while I'm going down the road so they don't go all around. My ditty bag for showers and stuff. My shaver's back there, my little water bottle. And then of course this is a nice countertop area I made, which then lifts up like this to access my cassette toilet. This is what you'd find in like an RV or something, and it has changed my life, baby. It's a beautiful thing. So then I created these steps over here on this side. I added an extra vent for my APU here. I've got one down there. I've got two upstairs, and these, and I made storage under there. There's my toaster and my George Foreman grill. So I have storage under this one. I've got storage under this one as well. The vent's there because that feeds the rear air system. And then my bed is upstairs. All right, so here you can see where I have that vinyl stuff going along the top of the wall and down the side. That was the back of the cab. So now I created this extra box, and that's what you see sticking out when I'm going down the road, now with a wedged roof over it. And this is so I can have a full-size bed. There's Teddy. Upstairs, got a little closet right there. Here's my little nightstand area with my clock. I wired in outlets and everything, and even a little storage area down below my nightstand. Use the space wisely, baby. Well, remember I bought this new microphone, this new shotgun mic from Movo not too long ago, and there it is up there on my little tripod. That's my light, so I can light myself up, so you can see me in the videos, and I just placed my phone right there in front of my GPS to aim back at me. So that's how I make the videos. And that Movo mic has been working great, by the way. No static at all. No static at all. FM. Alright, now hopefully I won't get flagged by YouTube because I sang part of a Steely Dan song, God forbid. So, for whoever commented and asked what the giant box is off the back of the cab, well, you know, that explains the whole thing with the whole remodel. The remodel has been a beautiful thing. 111 videos I have. I documented the whole process. Scroll down deep under the video tab and you'll find them, maybe. Somebody had just asked me in the comments how long do the Ultra credits last on the TA Petro Ultra One program. And I looked it up, and somebody else had commented, John Hallgren, I think you commented for me because you're such a help. I think he said depending on what level you're at, either 7 or 10 days. If you're at gear level 4 or 5, I believe it lasts for 10 days. And what the Ultra credits are is, if you're at gear level 1 or 2 or 3, all they're good for is a shower. If you're at gear level 4, you can use them for a meal or parking or a shower. Same with gear level 5. I haven't been at 5 in months because ever since I switched to Whitestones, I'm not running as many miles as I used to. Used to hit gear 5 every month, but I've been trying to make sure I hit gear 4 at least every month, because I do use them for the reserved parking lot. Because the reserved parking, like down in Denton, Texas, where I was when I was stuck, they were charging $26 a night for for parking there. But you can still use the Ultra credit, and I had luckily racked up 5 of them at that point, and so I used, you know, one for a shower, and I used 3 nights worth of parking Ultra credits. And then when I parked Wednesday night in Mount Vernon, Missouri, I used another Ultra credit to reserve the spot there. That's why I like using them for that. That's why I try to get to that level 4 every month. I'm not sure I'm going to make it this month. I haven't been running hard this week at all. So we'll just see. So the way that whole Ultra One program works is, you know, they make it the hardest to get to level, past level 1. I think you have to do 750 gallons or something to get to level 2. And then it's like lower than, it's like 500 to 3, then like 250 to 4. Something like that, and then like another 250 to 5. Anyway, if you can get up to the 4 every month, though, you can use the Ultra credits for parking, and that's what I try to do. So there's kind of the wrap up on that. The point is, wherever you fuel the most, use the reward card. I've got them all. I've got Pilot, I've got Loves, I've got Roadies, Ambest, because occasionally I'll fill it in Ambest or a Roadies. So I'm going to swipe my card when I fill, so at least I have a free shower available. So if I'm, you know, at a Ma and Pa, like Roadies or Ambest or something, and need a shower, I can use my credit for that. And Love's the same way. Sometimes if the price is good at a Love's, and there's not a TA or Petro nearby, I'll splash on 60 gallons just so I can get that credit, so I can get the free shower. What do you think? But we get screwed every which way out here as truck drivers, so take advantage of those rewards programs whenever you can. I've got about $200 and some odd racked up on my TA Ultra One program. I would really like to get the new Garmin GPS 1010, but they want $900 for that thing. Well, at least I can knock off $200 off of that so far, but haven't been making enough money lately that I feel like I can spend the money on it. So maybe another month or two, maybe I can feel like I'll rack up some more money, and maybe I'll feel like I can buy the new GPS. All right, so picking up the load tomorrow to get me home to join the whole fam for Thanksgiving. That's an important thing. I told Mark with Whitestone's Logistics when I started with him, only two big holidays I have to be home for: Thanksgiving and Christmas. Outside of that, I don't care. I don't care about New Year's, never have. 4th of July, blah, blah, blah. Just make sure I'm home for Thanksgiving and New Year, or Thanksgiving and Christmas. Those are the two biggies, baby. Oh, and tonight I did put a couple of quick things on Instagram and Twitter about what's Rusty thinking. So go check those out. All right, well, thanks for tuning in for that one. Yeah, really not a lot to talk about. I mean, just here we are in Zion, Illinois, right before the Wisconsin border, waiting for our pickup tomorrow, right? Really, there's nobody out there, believe me. All right, yeah, hopefully we can get him groomed soon. He's getting real furry, getting fur, baby. You gotta trim him down. You know, you're starting to leave a lot more fur around inside the truck here. Yeah, you know you're a pet owner when you roll over at night and you got pet fur in the mouth, right? Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe. Please like and comment. I get to your comments as soon as I can. Sometimes takes a few days because I'm a working truck driver. There's Clutch Trucker on Instagram, Clutch Trucker on Twitter. I just put the little What Rusty's Thinking vignettes up on there. And don't forget to ring that bell for notification. And as always, if that magic YouTube fairy dust, Clutch and Rusty, out. Yeah, I'd like to get the latte, please. Yeah, that's $37.50. $37.50? That's awesome! All right, yes, we start down here, and there we go. It's right by you. Where it always goes. We need to shake this up a bit, Rusty. It's becoming too predictable, isn't it? But he loves them bacon strips. Yep, and he's tricky. Yeah, he's tricky. Oh, he's tricky. He loves them strips. He loves them bacon strips. He's tricky. Oh, he's tricky. Happy dog. It's like a kid with candy, you know. I'm sure that's what he's thinking about a lot of the time. I know Ray Romano had a joke. He said he was asking his 6-year-old daughter as they're driving along, and she was just looking out the window. He said, "Hey, what are you thinking about?" She goes, "Oh, candy. Just candy." Oh, yes. Loving it. Loving it, Rusty. There's some crumbs down there, buddy. You gotta get them. Get them crumbs. Get them crumbs. All right, see a couple more. One more little one. You see it? Right here. Oh, yeah, he's all over that. All right.